new batch of Podesta emails and more bad news for Clinton if you're actually paying attention. So most people are distracted by the FBI head fakes on Huma Abedin and Anthony Weiner emails, which actually led to absolutely nothing. If you look at the WikiLeaks emails from John Podesta, there you find a treasure trove of actual information of how systemic corruption works. So, go along to get along. Person X or corporation X or country X pays person Y, they get a favor in return, and round we go. So if you want to know how American politics works, read the Podesta emails. Well, I got one for you regarding the Clinton Foundation today. And so I know what some people will say, Cenk, it's the day before the election and you don't want Donald Trump to win. You're right, I don't. I think he's a monster. I don't want him to win. That doesn't stop the news. This is in the news today, and I've got to share it with you so you know how our system works. So we go to Reuters. The Clinton Foundation has confirmed it accepted a $1 million gift from Qatar while Hillary Clinton was U.S. Secretary of State without informing the State Department, even though she had promised to let the agency review new or significantly increased support from foreign governments. Yeah, that's problematic. Now, by the way, some people pronounce it Qatar, some people call it Qatar. I normally go with Qatar. I'm with Qatar, just sounded funnier. But okay, now it's a serious matter, so let's get back to the story and tell you exactly what happened here. Qatari officials pledged the money in 2011 to mark the 65th birthday of Bill Clinton. Well, isn't that cute? Hillary Clinton's husband, I like how Reuters bothered to explain that, and sought to meet the former U.S. president in person the following year to present him the check, according to an email from a foundation official to Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign chairman, John Podesta. Hence, that's why we have this email now. Okay, so at this point, you've got to realize that if you're the Secretary of State, your foundation shouldn't be getting giant checks from foreign governments. In fact, it was supposed to report to the State Department, the Clinton Foundation was, if it was getting those checks. Well, it turns out, according to Reuters, the State Department said it has no record of being asked by the foundation to review any increases in support by a foreign government. So they did not report it when it is clearly material. In fact, that is the standard. They're supposed to report it when there is, quote, an increase materially by one donor. So if you've got a big check from one donor, especially if it's a foreign government, while Hillary Clinton is Secretary of State, the Clinton Foundation has to tell the State Department, hey, heads up here, we got a big donation coming in, just letting you know. For transparency, for obvious reasons. So did they in this case? No. So how do they explain it? Well, Foundation spokesman Brian Cookstra this week said it accepted the $1 million gift from Qatar, but this did not amount to a, quote, material increase in the Gulf countries' support for the charity. Are you kidding me? $1 million is not a material increase? I mean, the only way you can say that is if you say, you should see the other money we got. No, of course $1 million is a material increase, and of course you tried to hide it because, hey, they're going to meet with Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton's going to say, don't worry, we got your back. Do you think that it was a coincidence that the government of Qatar decided to help Global Health Initiative right on Bill Clinton's 65th birthday? And they're like, now we are thinking of giving money to make sure everybody's healthy across the world. Should we give it to Red Cross? Should we give it to another thing? Or should we give it to the Clinton Foundation? All right, Clinton Foundation. Oh, whoa, look at that. What a coincidence. It's Bill Clinton's 65th birthday today. Huh. Well, that worked out nicely. No, they don't care about it. Global health initiatives. In fact, in another Podesta email, you see the guy who arranged a lot of this, Doug Band from the Teneo Consulting Company, saying about the corporations, the multinational corporations he represents, he said they don't care about charity. This is, quote, serious business, and they have interests at stake here. He had to lay it out because Chelsea Clinton was saying, hey, why are we paying Teneo all this money? And he's like, hey, knucklehead, here's why you're paying us all this money, because this isn't about charity. This is about access to powerful people so that we hope they do us favors. So, according to the foundation's website, which lists donors in broad categories by cumulative amounts donated, Qatar's government has directly given a total of $1 to $5 million over the years. So that's an aggregate. Gee, I wonder if they were hoping for a good relationship with the Secretary of State and a person who could be the next president of the United States by giving that money. Any reasonable person knows that that's, of course, exactly what they were after. And by not reporting it, by the way, you make it look even more suspicious. Like the Clintons also knew that. That's why they didn't want to report it. Okay. By the way, to give you a sense of all the extravaganza that happened around Bill Clinton's birthday, in another email released by WikiLeaks, a former Clinton Foundation fundraiser said he raised more than $21 million in connection with Bill Clinton's 65th birthday in 2011. Look at that, just coincidentally, right around Bill Clinton's birthday. Everybody got so generous. And they just happened to give Bill Clinton, the fact that his wife is the Secretary of State and might become president, no, nothing to do with it. You see, when the establishment says things like that, it makes our head hurt. And it makes everyone not believe you on anything. So just the reality is there is systemic corruption, and people with a lot of money give it to powerful people, and they would like something in return. So it's not illegal. Whether it should be illegal is a different question. And in many different ways, we have legalized bribery in this country. Now, in this case, they are giving to a foundation, and the foundation does do some good work. But everybody with a brain knows they want something in return. And that's probably why the Clintons hid it. There's so much you get with Young Turks membership. You get the full 2-hour show, The Young Turks, every single day. It's commercial free. You get Aggressive Progressives. You get all the other network shows that we put together. What else? Post games, right? And other things. And hugs and kisses and rainbows. You know what?
Somebody go get a 6-pack.
And let's all enjoy membership together. tytnetwork.com/join.